What up? 8th Grade is a very personal film for the director Bo Burnham, because he was once in a similar situation the main character Kayla is in. After experiencing the film in theater and watching some of the interviews and podcasts, the idea of cringe that was implemented into the film fascinates me. So today I want to take some time talking about the philosophy of cringe in the movie 8th Grade. Why is it there and why did it work? Spoiler alert for everyone who hasn't watched it yet. Of course, I recommend it. Go check out my spoiler-free review, but to be honest, there's really nothing to spoil. 8th Grade is a coming-of-age film that follows a 13-year-old girl who is in the last week of middle school. It mostly focuses on how she views her past and most importantly, how she views towards her future. I thought the film has more depth than a lot of other coming-of-age film because the perspective the movie took. The filmmakers did a really good job at putting the audience in Kayla's shoes. We see the world through her lens. For example, whenever she sees this boy at the party, we get this dramatic and over-the-top music playing in the background because that is what it's like for her. When you were a kid, everything feels so dead serious. Everything is life and death. The smallest thing on earth that no one gives a shit about could mean the world to you. And I think Bo Burnham really took advantage of that concept and conveyed the message through cringe in a very relatable way. 95% of the videos on the internet are not being watched, they're just people talking into the camera and there's no one watching on the other end. Throughout the film, Kayla makes different videos expressing her thoughts and feelings and takeaways of some real life events she encounters, except no one's watching. And I bet you cringed every time you watch her videos and every time she says Gucci. I'm saying this because cringe is a form of empathy. It's hard enough for people to strip down everything and be themselves and be vulnerable, especially in front of a camera. On the other hand, everyone who is watching it shows extreme empathy because they are embarrassed for her. She is being vulnerable to us and we are empathizing with her. That's why Kayla is so likable and easy to identify with. Another thing I thought was interesting in the film is the direction and how it complements and betters the screenplay. When you think about good writing, you might be thinking about good characters, good scenes, good actions, and most of all, maybe good dialogues. Like I said in the review video, this film doesn't have Aaron Sorkin dialogue. It doesn't have Quentin Tarantino dialogue. Everything the characters say are so mundane. But as the film progresses, I quickly realized this movie isn't about what people say. It's about what people don't say. There are so many scenes where characters are just sitting there staring at each other and we get this awkward beats and pauses and silence, which again is super cringeworthy, but I think the reason why it worked so well is because it gave us another reason or chance to be vulnerable for Kayla. For instance, there's a theory that I've been talking about for a while is that every line said, there's a line unsaid. We follow Kayla from beginning to end, and it is at the end where she finally stood up and say what she gotta say to the girls in the hallway. Hence, everything she said to them before were probably bullshit. There's a certain hypocrisy and irony to it because the prologue of the film is Kayla talking about being yourself, and for the entire film, that's almost exactly what she didn't do in front of others. And not just herself, everyone else is also the same. When you think you're still trying to figure life out or don't know the purpose of life, take comfort because everyone else is struggling for the same thing, like Kayla's father trying to communicate with her, or the school teachers adapting to the new generation, or even the high schooler she meets. So overall, why I think cringe worked in 8th grade was because it was a form of empathy and vulnerability. You just need a different perspective to see it that way. Whether it's making cringy videos, not being able to have a normal conversation, or just in general, growing up. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like it and share it with your grandpa or whatever you want. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Remember, you have the right to do whatever you want. Nothing you say or do can be used against you by anyone, but I'd really like it if you subscribe. Please and thank you. And Gucci!